Hey ladies and gentlemen, how you guys been doing? It's your boys in here, and it's actually been a while since we last saw each other, but I'm still kind of looking at the webcam, so that's kind of that. I want to discuss something that recently gone down. It's been all over news here in Slovenia, even on the TV, which really showcases they have nothing better to talk about. But who am I kidding? I'm also gonna talk about this. So we're gonna talk about Logan Paul's recent mess that he's been making, and also, of course, being absent, completely gone from the whole, the whole platform that is YouTube, of course, making that strategic tactic, thinking that he's gonna, come down to being accepted for what he did. But basically, I'm making this video because I've been here for a long time. Since October 2008, I've been doing Pokemon videos. I've been doing a lot of videos here, entertaining people. And as a person, as a part of YouTube at some point, and still being a part of YouTube now, I felt that I still want to put my opinion on the matter, and kind of just share with you guys how I felt on the moment that went place. Also, for the people that don't know, if by any chance you don't know what Logan Paul did, I'm gonna explain it briefly. At first, he was in Japan. He was in a suicidal forest, which is known for a forest where people go there and do suicide. It's not the most well, it is a visited place, but it's definitely not something that people tend to go into and then record a body and then zoom it in, and their expression being laughter, just laughing at it. Now I know something regarding responses. Some people don't know how to respond to this in this kind of situation, so I can definitely see where he could have gotten some sort of nerves going into him, and then his response was sort of a bit messy. But then he could have easily have edited that out. He could have easily have said, "I just saw a body." And then explain, why suicide is not the answer, and he could have, which he kind of did try at the end, but the way he executed the whole situation was completely off. Also, for the people that don't know me by any chance, that recently subscribed to me, maybe for that one or two people that watch me, I'm from Slovenia, so English is not my native language. So if I'm explaining myself wrong at some point, please do bear in mind that, but I also want to try my best. I just want to say it's been crazy. Also, this happened to me last year too in the Fixin'. It's been crazy what he did, and he said that he didn't monetize the video. His video got like 6 million views, but the troublesome thing is that there was a lot of people liking it, which is strange because there was such a big backlash that his apology video got like nearly half of the people disliking it, half of the people liking it. So what's going on? His apology video was actually 4 times more viewed, nearly 4 times more viewed than his actual original video, which makes no sense when you think about it, because normally you go to an apology video after you've seen the original video, but if there is no original video, there is really nothing to go watch. Well, you can go watch the apology video, but in my case, for example, I just heard what he did. I didn't even watch the original video, I just heard. And I also, of course I didn't see anybody putting the raw footage on it. I even don't want to watch the raw footage of it from what I've heard, but from what I've heard, it was raw. And that is something that I didn't even want to see. So it really showcases how a person is, what is too much to see. If I want to like go look somewhere else, this is YouTube. This is where a 12-year-old can come on and watch your stuff. And from what I see with the reaction, it seems you, Logan, have a lot of 12-year-old kids watching you. So you have to keep in mind you're influencing a lot of people. Boogie said it well. Another YouTuber that's very, very known, and he's a very intelligent guy. I always watch his stuff and what he has to say about stuff of this nature. But I also think that he was sugarcoating him a little bit too much. It was like Nita Sarkeesian all over again. He was really trying to put like a very sweet sugar, well, just basically sugarcoat him a bit. But I don't think this guy actually deserves it. There's a level of, you deserve some sort of apology acceptance, but at the same time you act like an actual sociopath, and sociopaths are known for having lack of empathy, so he really doesn't give a shit about you. So if that's the case, then what do you think his apology video is all about? So as I said, he was recording, zooming in on the corpse, which he by some chance, a miracle, actually found. I actually am strangely impressed by that, because in Suicide Forest, from what I heard, 300 people go there a year and do suicide. How did he manage? Because I saw how big this forest is. How did he manage to actually see an actual body, which percentage would be 1% or even under that, is beyond me. That's like fucking catching a shiny Pokemon, and you know how fucking rare is that. So I feel that somebody knew about it, and then they wanted to make a stage because it looked like a stage. Like some people could say that he didn't know how to respond, but it looked like an actual stage. The way his eyes movement gone, and the way his body cheeks symmetry went, and then his friends say, "Oh, Logan, it was like he's the only one that saw it first. Nobody else saw it." And then like the whole after behavior became very disturbing, like so disturbing. It looked like overacting something. It didn't really look like didn't know how to react, which is completely fine and completely normal. He actually looked legitimately like he didn't know how to really well act it. Like, just, if you're trying to act, don't even make the video. But really, that looked terrible, like terribly executed, and just terrible in general. There was also one thing that, not really one thing, there was other things that he did, that as a YouTuber, I feel like, where is YouTube becoming? Like, where is it going? It used to be all about hard, putting content to matter. Of course, everybody gets motivated by making earning from it. You know, to have a YouTuber being your job is a dream come true for a lot of content creators. Like right now, I'm talking about this, and it would also be my dream come true if I could one day like blow up and earn enough to financially stabilize my life, because I like talking about this kind of things. I wouldn't regard this as an issue because it's gonna be a matter of the past, but still you're just discussing with everybody. But from what I saw on that video, and from his other behaviors that he did when he was in Japan, such as you gotta be all about that respect, you know, gotta be all about that respect, and being just about, in every situation you put this guy in, he was an actual dick to the people behind him. Like, you were all about don't give a fuck, but in a jerkish, annoying kind of way. Like, I respect everybody that has the balls to do shit, okay? I respect you for that. But you, Logan, you are an actual example of a person I never want to fucking be. And I hope that people are not going to see you as a role model, because you're a bad influence on the people just across the world. And I cannot believe how this works. You see, like, he's in Japan and he does, I would like to show you his stuff, but I honestly don't want to even watch his videos, and I just don't want to watch his videos, so I'm not even going to show what he did. But you guys most likely know the things that he did. Basically, example would be, he got to a store, see a Game Boy Color, and then be like, "Oh, it's a Game Boy Color, this was my childhood," and then he pick it and then just throw it down, break it, and go back and say, what was it? Let me remember. I know he got to the guy that you know, he bought his Game Boy from, and said, you know, this game is malfunctioning, can you like check it? And he was just making fun of him, basically, in a way. Like, what is wrong with you? Just try to throw that fade on the floor, and you want to be all cool and shit? Look, I've seen cool people, and I've seen cool people do all sorts of things, but you know what? There's a level of being cool, and it's for the cool, and there's a level of being cool and being a jerk, which is very uncool. Actually, it's the worst type you can be. And everybody that can think with their own brains are gonna see that, you know. Everybody wants to explore life, go out there. Like for me, for example, I'm gonna go to Philippines. I'm most likely gonna stay there this actual year. and I'm fucking loving the idea of going there. And I still gotta work hard right now to even have that opportunity, but stuff are gonna change here for me, for my life as well. But I'm looking at this guy right now, and he's trying to be all hip and cool and disrespecting just about every aspect of Japan, even their suicide forest. I'm completely gone. As a YouTube content creator that's been here, seeing stuff like this go down and seeing people actually supporting this kind of behavior, until somebody actually said it out loud, this is fucking wrong, and then everybody was like, maybe he's right. Yeah, actually, it is kind of wrong. That actually kind of worries me as a content creator, because that really showcases how little empathy people have. They just don't give a fuck. And there was one situation, there was one thing that really gone down. I believe it was in Comic-Con. I know there were fans that went to see Logan, and they saw him across the window. They basically look at the window up there, and Logan made this stunt, this big prank thing going on where a guy shoot him, and there was like blood, of course, probably ketchup in front, spilling on the window. I'm trying to trying to explain the situation at my best so you can imagine. Spill at the window, and it looked like somebody shoot Logan, and he was making a drama like a movie, and the kids were up there, were down there and just looking, and they were horrified. And it was staged. Like the kids weren't part of it. It was staged by him. He wanted to see their behavior. Like he wanted to see them just generally being traumatized. Like, this guy is fucking crazy. Like, there's a level of being fucking cool and a level of being just a fuck. I don't have a word for you. You sociopathic freak of nature, man. Be a freak of nature, but don't be a fucking sociopath. Because god damn, man, that's fucking insane. I didn't even know about this guy until my sister told me about him, and she used to respect him making vines because that is where he actually originated from. Making vines and all, but after that she completely lost all respect. And his brother, which used to be worse in her eyes for being younger, I can kind of get it, but these two guys, his young brother and him, are a perfect example of a childish behavior that is just downright annoying and wrong on moral basis. Like, we all have a child inside of us. We can all be crazy, and it's fun to be crazy. You know, it's fun to explore, to do stuff, but don't influence people on bad behavior. Don't influence people and giving them this, oh, this is right. So you're gonna completely brainwash people in thinking they can just do this. They can just go to Japan being completely disrespectful to them in all obstacles. Even the worst, which is suicide forest, for example, and then think, you know, a simple apology will do. You're a piece of shit, man. You're an actual piece of shit. I think you actually have to really look onto yourself. Not really therapy, but I would actually suggest you to look onto yourself. You're 22 years old. I wouldn't do this when I was 16. I would do this when I was freaking 11. So why exactly do you think this is actually moral and completely fine until you think, oh, it's not, so you make an apology video about it? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird start of a new year, and I'm sorry for making this sort of like first time seeing each other on a new year, but you know what? I'm making webcam videos about my Let's Play. I cannot fucking wait, because it's been fucking forever, and I really want to like make a Let's Play like this again, you know? I really do. So, that's my 2 cents on the matter about Logan. I personally, like, I know, you know, when it comes down to suicide situation, I'm not going to talk about that. I can, well, I guess I can only add this one. Logan made donation, well, he actually demonetized his video where he was showing the body, which he deleted, of course, because of the people. YouTube, they're completely fine with it, honestly. They were trending here up there. His apology video was on top most watched, and everybody could see it. So YouTube was basically helping him. you know, the more jerkish you are, the higher you will get in YouTube. That's the way it is. Outside of PewDiePie, I think that guy is legit, and a lot of other people. Who am I kidding? You know, Philip DeFranco and Boogie and all these people. They were all legit people in my book. But Logan is a perfect example of a scum that works on scummy things and makes it happen. You know, I think he demonetized. He could have easily monetized it, because at that point he already did bad things, so who cares if it's monetized or not? He could have monetized it and put that money to where his mouth would not be. Basically, he could have put that money into donation, you know, to support suicide groups that help others, you know, go past it and help them survive. Basically, you know, help them in their time of need. But he didn't even do that. So it was even there was no actual benefit to the wrong that he did, that I believe it was wrong. So, but yeah, well, I heard his apology video was monetized, which is completely what why, you know, I'm not even gonna monetize this because I feel it's complete bullshit to monetize a video like this. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and that's my 2 cents on the matter. Peace out.